I hope you are all enjoying this 11th day of an 11th year. That is portal energy, baby. Master builder numbers, 11 and 22 in numerology, do not condense, whereas any other number, you reduce it down. So 11 and 22 are master builder numbers, 11 being the portal. And that's where we're at today with 11 and in an 11 year. So I just wanted to bring consciousness to that, because that portal energy is really a time for us to leverage what we want to manifest in our lives on hyper speed. It's a portal. You just walk through the door, right? You allow. Likewise, if you are focused on things that you don't want and focused on the absence of what it is you desire that's not arrived yet, that can be extremely damaging to your energy layers, because on days like this, you're actually wedging a gap further away from what you desire by allowing those thoughts and that focus to be on the opposite of what you really want to manifest. So today is just a friendly reminder to be conscious about what you are weaving. And I also was preparing for tomorrow's live coaching session that I have with my Vishada Mastery students. They are co-creating their own businesses as transformation catalysts. And I was getting really excited about next week's Grid for Gaia Masterclass series, which is beginning. Many of you are joining that. And I got to thinking about how cool it is that these students get to then leverage assisting frequencies and grid work for their business. And I thought, oh my gosh, I totally missed the boat in communicating to people that grid work isn't just for Gaia. It's called Grid for Gaia, yes, but it's actually your world. We are each in our own little realities, co-creating and weaving, as I talked about yesterday. And so this is why grid work is important, because as you weave a new reality, you interact with others who then can make those choices as well. And it becomes this global community. But it does start inside you. And so today's message, in addition to the portal energy, getting that conscious focus on what you do want in your world, and a deeper understanding of what it is perhaps you may be drawing to you through your focus that you aren't intentionally doing, right? Consciousness is power. Consciousness is choice. The only way you can stop playing those programs that are co-creating the experiences that you don't want is to breathe consciousness into them and determine, do you want to keep thinking those thoughts, which keep activating those emotions, which keep that chemical response happening in your physiology and pull those components to you in your reality, or do you not? Week 1 of next week's Grid for Gaia Masterclass is all about shadow integration and block removal and becoming aware of the manipulative energies that are rampant in our society in the 3D world. Now listen, I want to also expose this deeper truth to you, and that is grid work, as I said, starts with you, right? We're going to start with our own shadow and our own vibrational signature and optimizing that. But now I want to invite those of you who are also in some way transformation catalysts. This is a big bucket of people, okay? These are teachers, these are coaches, these are instructors, these are counselors, these are anyone who initiates within someone else the desire to transform. These are healthcare providers, anyone who assists someone else on their path of transformation. Now, you're not doing this for them. You are the catalyst, which is why I call it a transformation catalyst. Grid work, therefore, is of the utmost competitive advantage, if you will, to your work. If you can understand the way that energy innately moves, and we are going to become grid alchemists in this class beginning next week. We're going to dive really deep into alchemy, which is change the energy. And guys, it's 99.9% of everything. And that changes the manifestation of the mass. How cool would it be if one of your teachers in college took the time to grid the classroom for optimal learning and growth and support? How cool would it be if you were in a gym working out or doing yoga and the instructor took the time to grid the reality that is needed vibrationally to achieve your goals and to keep you in that place of desire and pushing through and courage and stamina and energy? How cool would it be to have a counselor who took the time to grid the space? So we're not gridding for Gaia all the time. We're gridding for one, for two, for many, for all. And the cool part about this work is when you grid for others, you receive that support as well. And so again, today, all I wanted to do was just twofold. Allow consciousness to come into your day-to-day on this Sacred Master Builder 11 portal in an 11 year, so that you can understand what you are consciously thinking of and focusing on and commanding to you, and invite you to Grid for Gaia, where we go through optimizing your energy signature. What are you commanding? How are your emotional responses affecting what you draw to you? And how can you shift that, not only for yourself, but for others as part of what you do? If you are a coach, if you are an instructor, if you are a teacher, if you are a counselor, a healthcare worker, could be energy worker or light worker or regular allopathic methods, doesn't matter. If you are helping people transform their reality, how can grid work support you? And the answer is, how could it not? Everything is 99.9% energy and information. When we change the energy, and we can do this, it's been proven in quantum physics that just observing wave particles collapses the wave function. And I'm not going to get high tech on you here. You can go look that up. Just observation changes the energy and information. What happens when we project coherence is a whole nother game. You guys, we are alchemists. We are weaving with our thoughts and emotional energies and our focus and our intention. When we become masters of this and we call upon the support of the things that are in the reality that we seek, this is how Anahata codes work. Limitless possibilities are available not only for you, but for those that you touch, for those that you are helping to transform. And so I just want to kind of shed new conscious light on the fact that grid work doesn't have to be all about world peace or a global initiative that you are supporting. That is a beautiful thing, but it can also be very, very personal. Perhaps you're helping people. If you're a counselor, how awesome would it be to infuse and grid your practice for the purpose of giving the person what they need in order to transform the most with you? It's a magical time to be alive, guys. There are so many new technologies coming back into our consciousness. Anahata codes are one such technology, and it's free, of course. You can learn more at anahatacodes.com. To join the Grid for Gaia masterclass, just go to gridforgaia.com. I will put the link in this thread. I just wanted to kind of bring that into our scope of reality, because I think a lot of people are thinking that grid work is this, 4D into 5D transition as a globe, and it absolutely is. But we are his hands and feet, each of us playing a role in weaving the new world. And whatever you're doing to help facilitate transformation can be enhanced through grid work. You can think of it as feng shui on steroids, right? It's not just elements that you're working with. You're working with the structure behind those elements and sacred geometry and assisting frequencies, right? So changing the information and energy, which then changes the manifestation of the mass, which is actually alchemy. So grid alchemy, I'm going to teach you a lot of techniques, including using elements to bring about transformation, as well as the natural energy flow. Again, we spend a lot of time understanding how our energy flows and how information and energy naturally flows so that you can start working with it, right? And leverage this technology. Because guys, it has been used. There are ley lines set up, the matrix around the globe, which have been manipulated for far too long by the powers that be that want to keep us asleep. And so we do get into some interesting manipulation and conspiracies in the class as well. You can form your own opinions, but the media is owned by people who don't want the world to wake up, unfortunately. And the lies and fear and pain that's been cycling around for centuries is dissipating. And it may look like, as a last-ditch effort, the world is coming to an end. But guys, Armageddon is actually shifting. It's not the end of the world, period. It's the end of the world as we know it. And it is happening, guys. Fear is burning away. Fire, which we also speak about and leverage in the class, is transformation. Water is cohesiveness and emotion. I teach you how to use air. I teach you how to use ether. I teach you how to use all the elements in conjunction with assisting frequencies to transform your reality, as well as facilitate the transformation for others. So again, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you're a counselor, if you're a light worker, energy practitioner, healthcare, any profession that assists someone in transformation, grid work could really take your business, your practice, what you're giving the world to the next level. So look at gridforgaia.com in that way, since we have been going global the whole time. And I just realized this morning, as I was thinking about my Vishita students and about how they're going to weave this into their medicine, I was like, oh my gosh, I really haven't done a good job of explaining the fact, the application of grid work and how it transforms your world, and in doing so transforms others, and then the next layer, out and out and out. So anyway, that is all I wanted to say, and I'm so glad you guys are all here. Big shout out to all of you who joined me live and those that will join in replay. Love you. I'm just scrolling to see if anyone had any questions or anything else that they wanted to talk about. David, you're awesome. I'm so glad I saw your post. I wasn't even thinking it was the 11th, and then you said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, got to get on. All right, guys, so make it an amazing 11/11 portal this 11th day of 2018, which is 11. Consciously co-create, consciously weave. I just changed my profile picture to a really beautiful spider that I photographed at the side of my house. He's got sunglasses on, he's got red hair, he's pretty cool, and he's weaving. And so it's very fitting to be playful with your weaving, but conscious, right? What am I commanding to me? What am I saying yes to? How can I assist others through my choices? And perhaps you want to become a grid alchemist, where you learn how to master shifting energy into the manifestation of a new world that you want versus fear. Okay? All right, guys, I love you all. Mwah. God bless you on your path. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.